All right, guys, we're back. Episode number 2 of Show Off. And right off the bat, we are going to start off by giving you guys the results from episode 1. I'm going to put the cards up on the screen right now for you. So you got Scott, who represented Raw. You got Lee, who represented SmackDown. And without a drum roll, the winner was Scott. Scott got the win, 11-3. He had Vitamin Yes, Nick Canfield, Big Low 865, Swordman, 13, Tom Booker, Woody, Brendan Ash, Dustin Layton, The Storm of Storms, Tom Gibbs, and Danny Rios. All voted for Scott. Scott, you were here. Are you ready to defend your title? Do you want to thank the people that gave you the vote?
I do. I'm a little sad we only got 15 total votes.
Well,
I would like more participation in that.
Yeah, it was the first episode.
It's a first, but
it'll
grow.
We actually only gave it a week. So
that's fine.
Give it too long.
I do like that we had some Prediction League people in there. I recognize hearing Woody and people like that. So that's cool that they're participating over on that too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They got good taste too. They know. They're winning on that, and they like my cards. So hey, must be doing something right. So.
Yep. And
it's a little unfair because you just beat yourself.
Yeah. Hey, well, you just heard him right there. We have the new challenger stepping up. Lee dropped down, so now it is Rab's turn. He's stepping on in to challenge Scott right here, right now. Guys, are you ready to do an ECW? We're talking the all-time roster. ECW draft. We're doing the show off. You're going to book the matches. Guys, if you missed the first episode, run through it super quick. They're going to draft 13 people on their roster. Tag teams included if they want. They don't have to go tag teams. They can go all singles if they want. But a tag team does count as just one pick. And, yeah, it's going to be locked in. For example, one rule that's going to change from the previous episode, I was using this example for them. The Impact players, Justin Credible and Lance Storm. If you draft them, that means Lance Storm is off the board. Justin Credible is off the board. But if you draft Lance Storm as a single, the Impact players as a tag team, gone, off the board. So that is a little rule tweak going forward. So, yeah, keep that in mind. And after they draft their 13 people, we're going right into booking mode. These guys are going to put 5 matches together for a big super card, and we are going to see who has the best 5-match card. You guys are going to vote on it in the comment section. I'm ready. This should be a lot of fun. ECW, there's a lot of people that love ECW. I know, Rab, you're a big ECW fan.
I've seen it once or twice.
Once or twice. I think you may have the advantage here, I think. I don't know how big of a fan Scott is.
I mean, just because I'm a bigger fan doesn't mean that what I pick will resonate with
true.
The proletariat.
I didn't think about that because you didn't listen to the first episode. The very first overall pick, Lee drafted the Revival. So
that's not a good pick.
Yes.
And I picked Brock Lesnar.
Yes, it was the Revival. Yes, in the comment section.
And then I went for AJ, and then I went for Balor, and he's like, fuck, I'll take Joe and I'll take Bray. I'm like, that's fine, I'll take Braun, I'll take Cena, I'll take Roman.
Whatever, let's move on. That's in the past. I didn't listen to it. I wasn't on it.
Yeah, yes. So here we go. It's going to be good. Oh, also, one other rule change, Bomber, that you said. It's ECW. There's as many rules as we want, so there's no stipulation limit.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, there are no rules when anarchy rules.
Yes, and since we're
ECW reference, dropping hot.
Yep, and also
off to a good start.
A little tweak here. This is kind of special for this show. Since we're doing an all-time roster, there's going to be no champions. There's going to be no titles on the line. We're just going strictly for matches. So, yeah, there we go. Guys, are you ready? I think we're going to let the challenger call the coin toss.
I'm okay with that.
Rab, you're going to call heads or tails to see who goes first. If you get it right, you go first. Here we go. And call it.
Head with a cheese grater across the front.
And it is heads. Yes, indeed. That means you will be going first, but
it would have been Beulah's ass otherwise, so that's fair.
Yes. So with the first pick, Rab, you're going first. And Rab, what ECW pay-per-view are you going to use to represent your 5-match card tonight?
I've decided to name it after ECW Heatwave. ECW Heatwave 98 is, in my opinion, the best ECW pay-per-view of all time. And I'm going to use that to represent mine.
So you're not just doing Heatwave. Heatwave 98. We're going back. I like it. And Scott, what show are you going to use for your card?
Well, I was thinking Barely Legal, but then you mentioned Anarchy Rules. I'm like, I like that name quite a bit, so I'm actually going to go with Anarchy Rules.
Anarchy Rules. All right,
I like that name. I forgot about that.
It's a great name.
So we got Scott with Anarchy Rules versus Rab with Heatwave. Okay, Rab, as the first pick in the draft, ECW draft, all time, who do you got first overall?
All time up to 2001.
Yes,
We've
no
not said that
new,
yet.
cut off the new ECW.
Yeah, this
shit.
is that
real.
doesn't count. This is ECW. This is not WWE
Actual
ECW.
ECW.
Yes,
EC fucking W.
yeah. If you want to be specific, this is from when they rebranded to Extreme Championship Wrestling, all the way until they closed doors in 2001. So from '94 to 2001.
You can kind of include the one night stand, but that would it's the same thing.
JBL. Anyway. Also, I didn't bring this up real quick before we start. You have to. Well, this is the all-time roster, but there is a minimum requirement of 10 matches for one superstar. Like, for example, Stone Cold only had 2 matches, so he cannot be included in this list. You have
Stone
to have,
Cold.
Sorry, Steve Austin.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
No Stone Cold.
No Stone
So
Cold.
Steve
No.
Austin-
No.
You won't see
Sid.
Steve
Stone Cold had no
Austin.
matches.
You won't see Jerry Lawler. You won't see
Rey
Kurt
Mysterio.
Angle in his one fake appearance that didn't really count.
Fuck Rey Mysterio. He's not on it. So yeah. So that's the last rule. Fuck it. Let's get this thing going. Who's the first overall draft pick? Rab, go.
The first overall draft pick. Since this is EC fucking W, I'm gonna take the whole fucking show. Rob Van Dam.
As expected, Rob
And you
Van
best
Dam.
believe I was doing the thumbs the whole way.
I like it. So here we go. All right, Rob Van Dam off the board. And if you hear me typing, everybody that's listening, that's me filling in this little spreadsheet that we got. So for the second overall pick, the first draft for Anarchy Rules, Scott, who you got?
I'll take Taz.
Taz. Okay. Taz with one Z.
Suplex machine.
Taz with one Z.
With one Z, yes.
All right, and following up, this is snake order. So, Scott, you're going to go again. Who is going to be the third overall pick?
I will take Sabu.
Oof, Taz and Sabu.
I was hoping for Sabu.
I know you were.
Yeah, I know.
He's suicidal. He is homicidal. He is genocidal.
Now, it's going to be interesting. Here we go. All right, back-to-back picks here for Rab now. Who do you got for the first one?
I am taking straight from Dudleyville, USA, the Dudley Boyz.
That's a smart move. You got to have the
That's a
Dudleys.
very smart move. That's
Yep.
good.
All right, so the Dudleys as a tag team off the board. That counts as one pick. Okay, so who is your next pick?
My next pick will be the franchise Shane Douglas.
Wow. Some people out there may be surprised about that. I think it's a smart move.
Those people out there never watched ECW.
There you go. All right, Shane Douglas off the board. Back over to Scott. Scott, who is your next pick?
Let's see. I would like to take. Gotta scroll down. There's a lot of names in here. We got a lot. We got all time.
There's a total of 51 names I added to this list. I know you're not seeing the entire list at home as you're watching this or listening to this, but there's 51 total superstars or wrestlers on this list. Not superstars.
This one's a bit of a more. I liked it, but I'm gonna go with it because I'm building my card. I'll go with Mike Awesome.
Mike Awesome, one of my favorites.
I was thinking about him too.
No joke, one of my favorites.
Next? I know who you got to pick next.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Scott, who you going with for your next pick?
I will break it if you don't.
I know you will. That's why I'm like, but do I make that match? See, I'm not trying to recreate an event. I'm trying to make the best
It's
one.
whatever it takes to win this show. Whatever you think people are going to like and vote for.
I don't know if I can do that one. I might
you.
have to go some other way with it. It's such a good idea though.
Of course, it's a good idea. It's what I would have done next.
Yeah, that's the beauty of a 2-pick thing like this. But
it's for real what I would have done next.
Marty Jannetty had 10 matches in ECW. Look at that.
He had quite a bit. Yeah, surprisingly, he had quite a bit. Well, like 20, not a lot, but.
No, You can break it if you want. I'm not going to go for it here.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Terry Funk.
That's not bad. I can't argue that, though. Can't argue a Terry Funk pick.
I can argue with Terry Funk.
I guess. All
So
right.
now is, do you go for it to break it up, or just do you go for something hoping I don't go for it next?
So we're
Do
going.
you spike yours?
I will go for something,
spike mine.
hoping you don't go for it next.
Okay.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So who do you got, Rab?
Because I was gonna take it, but then I changed my mind. So first, my fourth pick, I'm going to take the heart of ECW, Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
And how am I going to follow it up the way you should have followed up your pick? The leader of the Nest, Raven.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that.
Raven, Tommy Dreamer off the board. All right. It's not looking good for the defending champion here, Scott. What are you going to do?
Things are fine. Things are fine.
Okay, back-to-back picks here. Who do you got for the first one?
For
For Anarchy Rules, 5th pick. What do you got?
I'm looking at the card. If I do that.
And as I explained in the first episode, the hardest thing about doing this draft is you got to try to plan out your show as you're doing it. So
It's funny because my Raw show was pretty much how I drafted in order.
Yeah.
When we look back on
Sometimes,
it,
yeah, it
almost
works.
the same. Excuse me.
There you go.
Wow,
That was and that was Anarchy.
that was extreme.
That was extreme.
Cactus Jack.
Nice pick,
Yep. That's a good one.
especially with Funk up there.
Yeah, good little follow-up there. All right.
I want everyone to understand. I'm not going to do a very good job of trying not to sell the other guy's picks.
I was about to say.
That's the beauty of it, though, because we were like, oh, that's good.
I can't wait for Chili Willy to get drafted.
No, dude, it's all about Rock and Rebel. However, though, my next pick
Yeah, he's still on there.
is going to be...
And also, Rab, I want to let you know, Rab, that you do not have to use all of your 13 superstars or wrestlers. You can...
Okay, fine.
Yeah, no, we did. Lee and I did.
Yeah, you did, but you don't have to. Just letting you know. You don't have
Please,
to.
I wish I had 20.
Well, there. That's 20
You
for
ever
5
seen-
matches. That's,
You ever seen an
Good
ECW
matches.
pay-per-view?
that is
Fuck
true.
it.
That is true.
This might be a weird one, and people might be like, really? But I'll take New Jack.
New Jack. Okay.
No, I got to play that music all the way through a match.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I took the Jacks together. Look at that.
So the gangsters are off the board.
Yep, that means the Gangstas, Mufasa. Sorry, buddy.
I don't want Musasa. I was wanting.
I guess if you want to draft him as a solo guy, you can. But nobody wants to do that.
But talking about tag teams,
Yes. All right, so back over to Rab. Back to Heatwave.
I will be taking, with my 6th pick, the Impact Players.
All
Did you become
right.
Dusty Rhodes for a second there? With my 6th pick,
With my 6th pick,
the Impact Players.
my dream is the Impact Players.
Impact
Just
players.
Incredible and Les Storm.
That means
Lance
Just Incredible, Lance Storm, solo gone.
Also, Lance Storm and Candido are off the board.
That is true. Yep, that tag team is gone as well. All right, so Rab following up with another pick. Oh, and by the way, I looked it up. Dusty Rhodes, 7 ECW matches. Sorry, guys, 7. He had 7. And I did not know this. The Steiner brothers, 9. They were 1 away.
9?
They were 1 away from being on there. Yep.
But you know who's got more than 9?
Ty Dillinger. Yes, I got it.
My next pick. The Sandman.
The Sandman.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. Sandman.
I almost went to the New Jack. I actually kind of forgot about him after I picked Terry Funk.
How'd you forget about Sandman?
I don't know how I forgot. I just did.
You're crumbling here. All right, Scott. Back-to-back picks. Who is Anarchy Rules going to draft here for the 7th pick for Anarchy Rules?
I would like to take Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. All right.
And I will take Masato Tanaka.
There you go.
All right. He got it. Got him down in the bottom rounds there. All right.
It's everyone presuming I'm going to make Awesome Tanaka.
You should make Awesome Tanaka.
He might.
We'll see.
It's what I would do. Hell, it's what WWE did when they did One Night Stand.
That is
He
true.
did pretty great. I love that.
There's
match.
a reason for it.
All right. So back over to Heatwave. What do you got, Rab? 2 picks.
Stuff's starting to get tough.
Yeah,
here.
it is. It's starting to start
But you
getting
know
rough
what's
here.
At the
not
same time,
tough?
it got tough for ours. Yeah.
You know what's not tough?
What's that?
picking the man beast himself, Rhino.
Rhino is, yep, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, I regret not getting that one, actually. I should have taken him instead of Masato.
All right, so Rab gets a second pick here.
And another pick for me will be the full-blooded Italians.
Oh, there it is.
Little
Sorry,
Guido,
I started
Tony
choking.
Marmol-
FBI gone. Little Guido, Tony
That's
Mamaluke.
not bad. That's not bad at all.
I love the FBI. All right, so another tag team off the board. Okay, back over to Scott. Anarchy rules.
I will take Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam Bam.
Good.
All right.
Good.
Bam Bam. Got him.
You're happy with that one?
Good. No, I'm not. I mean,
pick.
not for myself. I'm saying
it's a good pick. Okay.
Yeah. No. Once again, I'm bad at this. The competition. The competition part, I'm bad at.
That's fair, sir. There's some good names. There we go. Two Gold Scorpio.
That's a good one. Too Cold Scorpio.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it is
right.
a good one
Yep.
from the earlier days of ECW.
Yep. Okay, back over to Heatwave. Rab, you got 4 picks remaining. 4 picks remaining. Here's your number
Only
10
4.
pick.
It gets tough, right? It gets hard now.
Only 4.
Yep. There's so many good people left.
There's a lot of. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I could go another 8 rounds.
Yeah.
For 5 matches because that's how ECW works.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna take. I got it. I'm gonna take. He is super. He is crazy.
Ah!
He is super crazy.
Yes, he is.
Oh.
All right,
I
super
almost
crazy.
took-
Now on Heatwave.
Not gonna say I was gonna make a Scorpio crazy match, but I was
It
kind
wouldn't have
of.
been a bad one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna follow that up with Kid Cash.
Okay. Kid Cash. Mr. Kid Rock ripoff. Going over
He
to
definitely was.
going over to Heatwave.
But those two complement each other.
Yep. All right, Scott. 3 picks remaining. 2 of them coming right here. The 11th pick for Anarchy Rules. What do you got?
So I've got 2 more, and then I'll finish one out, huh?
Yep. You will have the last pick.
Jerry Lynn.
All right, Jerry Lynn.
Oh!
I was looking at that name
Somehow.
for.
I just missed them on the list. I just
You
missed it,
did.
like, oh
Yep.
no!
I was
Saw that
looking.
name and went,
I'm no joke. I've been watching him the whole time. Like, wow, nobody has drafted Jerry fucking.
Oh
Lynn.
my god! I just didn't.
in my moment, I went, how did you not take him?
Yep.
Oh no!
Because you have Van Dam.
Yeah. All right.
Honestly, as good of a pick Jerry Lynn is, that was more so that you didn't have him.
Yep.
I will
okay.
not lie about that one ever. Like I can't let you have Jerry Lynn, not with RVD. Oh, I feel bad, but it's good because Jerry Lynn's awesome. Also awesome, aside from Mike Awesome.
You really have Mike Awesome.
Chili Willy.
2 more.
Chili Willy.
No. Oh, this is tough. This is really tough.
So many good names on there, by the way. There's a name on there that I had no idea would be on that list.
It's all about the matches, though. It's all about what you do with it.
Yeah, I don't want to say
Yeah,
anything.
I'm really starting to build these out.
I don't want
Yeah,
to say anything because I don't want to
No.
interfere.
No.
But there's so many names. Like there's a name I'm looking at. Like why is nobody
Wait, who
drafting
else?
him?
Chris Chetty.
You don't know who Chris Chetty is? Ugh.
No, I don't recognize that name.
The disgust in Rab's voice.
Oh.
You don't know Chris
I
Chetty?
can't work with this. These
You mean
conditions.
you don't know who Chris Whatever.
I don't recognize that
You
name.
never seen ECW before?
Yeah.
He was just like a staple mid Carter guy.
Yeah, he was. Chris Chetty, he tag team with Nova.
And by the way, Nova's still on the list. Intergalactic people, come on. Why is Nova still on the list?
Because there's too many people to try to put together the BWO.
I will take.
Rockin' Rebel.
No. I'll take Dean Malenko.
Dean Malenko. Man.
Good pick.
2 good picks. Jerry Lynn, Dean Malenko back to back. And round 11 and 12, not bad. All right, Rab.
So I got 2 picks left.
Closing
My
it
last
out
2
here.
picks.
Last 2 picks.
My last
for
2
Heatwave.
picks.
Yep.
So with my second to last pick, Yoshihiro Tajiri.
Tajiri goes in the 11th round, or 12th round, sorry, 12th round. All right. Final pick here for
And with my
Heatwave.
last pick, Lionheart Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho in the final
Someone else
round.
has Dean Malenko.
All right.
I'm not saying I'm upset about that, but I'm a little upset about that.
Jericho off the board. That means, Scott, we're going to you for the last pick of the draft round. Who do you got here? Who's going?
Chris Benoit.
Chris
There you
Benoit.
go.
We talked about it when you were gone earlier.
Yeah. Well, that was
Like, am I
quick.
gonna do it? Fuck it, I'll take it. I'll take Chris. Benoit.
Well, because we had spoken about it before. I told him if he wants Chris Benoit, he can take him in the 13th round.
Yep.
I said I'll take it.
He
in
will
the
be
end.
safe for the other 12.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm bad at this competition stuff.
And there you go. There are the final draft rosters there. That's Anarchy Rules and Heatwave. Just I'm gonna throw a couple names out there that were left on the board: Axel Rotten, Balls Mahoney, Al Snow, Blue Meat. Well, Blue Meat. Yeah, no, that's yeah. C.W. Anderson, Chili Willie, as I've been saying, Marty Jannetty. Guys, Ron Simmons. You know that was a thing? Ron Simmons? That's crazy.
Yeah, I just don't see a
Real-
big
real
ECW
early.
match out of
Yeah.
that.
Spike Dudley, Steve Carino. How did nobody draft Steve fucking Carino? I think
Because I
that's
had
crazy.
nothing.
I just-
There weren't enough spots, and I had nothing to
doesn't-
do with him.
He doesn't
guess.
fit in my card.
If I
Saturn
could take,
still left.
yo, if I had 8 more picks, I would take Carino and Diamond. I would take CW. I would take Carino, Diamond, and CW Anderson.
Dude, if
I
I
would
had
take
2 more picks,
Candido, obviously.
I would
take
have had the Eliminators and
11s.
I want to know, and
CW.
also Public Enemy left on the board.
If I could take
but,
the chair swing freaks,
but anyway,
Let's note, I took no tag teams this time.
you did. I see that. I noticed that. But here we
I
go.
realized that around 9. I'm like, let's just go all out. Let's not take any. So
All right, we're gonna go right into the booking round, guys. All right, now since Rab had the first draft pick, that means Scott is going to be the first one to book his match. And we're going to do the same order. We're going to do Scott, Rab, Scott, Rab, the same snake order. You'll figure it out. Anyway, here we go. Scott, with the first match, who are you going to book in the opening match for Anarchy Rules?
the opening match is still kind of being debated a little bit in my head. Do I really go with that?
I noticed you drafted no tag teams. You can create
No
tag
tag-
teams, but no
Nah.
tag teams right off the bat there, though.
No tag teams. No
No
tag
noticeable teams.
teams. And similar to the last episode, there'll be a little rationale behind everything for my super card of crazy here.
Sure.
The opening match is Eddie Guerrero
Okay.
and Masato Tanaka.
Oh, okay. So he didn't go with it.
Boo. Boo.
That's fine. No, I'm not going for a card you've seen before. See, that's the key here.
All right.
It's going to be some unique stuff. I like the
I
idea.
also see you're not going for a card I'm interested in seeing.
No, that's fair. It's the audience that wants.
Ooh.
Look, I like Rap already trying to dog
Yeah.
you, trying to get the
No,
votes.
he
his way.
likes my draft picks, but not my choice. Yeah, but seriously, I like the idea of a Guerrero Tanaka match to open it. It's fast paced with hard hitting, gets the crowd really going for what's going to come. So it's something they hadn't seen, and of course in true ECW style, why is he coming out to fight him? Kind of stuff. So yeah.
So who's going to get the win in that match?
I gotta go. I always saw Eddie as kind of like in ECW era. It was kind of like the plucky underdog, and then Tanaka would kind of beat the shit out of him. But I would see Eddie pulling it out as Eddie does before the live sheet and steel. But he would find a way to win it out.
So
But then probably still get the shit beat out of him by Masato. But yeah, Eddie schoolboys him or something like that.
Eddie with the schoolboy victory. Okay. All right.
Squeaks one out.
Squeaks one out over Tanaka. All right. That means we're going over to Heatwave. Rab, for the opening match of Heatwave, what are we looking at?
For the opening match of Heatwave, there is no opening match of Heatwave. I'm going to go 4 matches.
And this is
I've decided to
History
forfeit one match. There are no rules.
this is ECW, folks. There are no fucking rules.
ECW, and we decided that there is just not going to be any match. Maybe let's just say someone didn't show up, and because we weren't paying.
Okay, well, that means
We couldn't pay for the ballroom. We couldn't pay for the bingo hall for all 5 matches. We got 4.
At least
Okay.
I had him.
well, that means Heatwave is going to be a 4-match card. So who is your second? Well, I guess it's technically your first, but you only
This
have
is
4
my
matches.
first
so-
match.
Who
I am
gets the second
opening.
time slot?
Yeah.
I am opening with there are no titles, but let's pretend there are. The reigning champions, the Impact players,
No champions.
defending their
No
non-existing
champions.
titles
Yep.
versus the FBI, Little Guido, Tony Marmaluke.
So you got the Impact players versus FBI, huh?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, if that's not a fun match, I don't know what is. These are two great tag teams that the crowd is really behind. Everyone loved the FBI, even if it was kind of silly. Everyone loved the Impact players. You got two kind of different styles. Lance Storm just incredible, a little more, well, especially Lance Storm, a little more technical. Guido and Marmaluke are a little more fast pace. Good match.
So who gets the win?
Well, in the end, as it usually went, I'd have to put up the Impact players.
Impact players scoring the victory.
But it'd be close. But it'd be close.
It would be close. All right. Well, that means we're going back over to Anarchy Rules here. Wow. So Heatwave, 4 matches. Okay. Anyway, we're going over to Anarchy Rules. Scott, what is going to be your second match on the card?
My second match
I'll also remove these for you here.
is, again, I'm going with the theme of like ECW. It's the unexpected. So with a little bit of the expected, I'm going to have Scorpio
Okay. Too Cold
and
Scorpio.
and Malenko.
Okay. Dean Malenko versus Too Cold Scorpio.
And Bam Bam.
Really?
Again, kind of throwing things off. Like he comes out third. Like what is this? It's a 3-way. Yeah, it's a triple threat 3-way. And again, just kind of mixing things up. The expected gets the monkey wrench thrown into it, so Bigelow can literally throw them around. The rivals team up to fight the big guy, then fight each other, and it goes back and forth. And I like the feel and flow of what that match would be.
I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't sound too bad. Who do you got winning though?
No, that'd be a fun match.
It would be.
I kind of see Bam Bam on that one, even though I'd kind of prefer the other two. For the flow of the card, I think Bam Bam would be the one to take that. He would get brutalized a bit back and forth, but he'd kind of Braun Strowman it and just take him out. It would be Bam Bam coming out at the end. It'd be hard fought, and he'd have to do something like... I see a double team move going wrong, and he singles the other guy out and wins, that kind of thing. So
All right.
he capitalizes on a mistake.
I like it. Okay. That means we're going to your next match. What is going to be the third match on the card
Next
for Anarchy
match.
Rules? Yep.
Next match is I'm almost in a bit of a corner with the idea here because it's kind of a similar flow, but that's kind of playing off the idea. I'm gonna have Cactus Jack
Okay.
and Terry Funk, as expected. That one does kind of happen here. And as they're about to go, they're interrupted because music is playing and it doesn't stop, and New Jack also is involved.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Because he literally
buddy.
saw what just happened. He's like, I can do this shit too.
Okay. Wow. Terry Funk, Cactus Jack, and New Jack. Wow. Never thought I'd say that. Okay, so who would get the win in that?
I see Cactus Jack winning that because Terry Funk will put anybody over, and New Jack never really goes for wins. But it's a bloody fucking mess.
Wow.
I guess we gotta have stipulations on this one, I think, too.
Okay.
Because we don't have any of those yet. So I don't know. Put barbed wire shit in there or something.
Barbed wire
I don't know.
ropes?
Yeah, sure.
Shit. I did not mean to like interfere on that. Is
That's
that-
what I was going for. Barbed wire,
Are
like
you-
I was gonna go like the exploding shit, but nah, just barbed wire rope.
Okay. Barbed wire
Yeah,
ropes.
wrapped around the ropes, not the no ropes, but the wrapped around.
Wrap
I
it.
didn't get help, but okay.
Sorry. Hey, you know what? I'll help you out. I'll give you a first match.
I don't need your help.
I'll give you a first fucking match. How about that?
I was debating that one. I was thinking, do I go with the explosions or the barbed wire? The barbed wire.
Nah,
Alright.
that's not really ECW. Explosions isn't really ECW.
Yeah,
That's
no,
Japan.
that's so.
All right.
Yeah,
so
I want.
So three solid matches already out of Anarchy Rules. Heatwave, what are you going to follow up with? What's your next match on the card?
My next match is a classic ECW type of match.
Okay.
It is going to be a 4-way dance between Super Crazy, Kid Cash, Yoshihiro Tajiri, and Chris Jericho.
I like it.
This is the kind of thing that ECW innovated for the undercard, and that WCW later stole.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you got winning?
Well, after a very fun, very flippy, let's admit, match, back and forth, I'm going to say the winner will be the human buzzsaw Yoshihiro Tajiri.
Nice. I was like, please pick Tajiri. Please pick Tajiri. Nice. Okay.
And let's be real. If this match had happened in ECW, Tajiri probably would have won it. Tajiri may be super crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Any stipulations or just a 4-way?
Just a 4-way. We don't need stipulations with these guys.
True. That's true.
Agreed. Absolutely.
All right. So Heat Wave.
Let's all be real. Remember, this is ECW. We don't really do countouts. We don't really do
Yeah.
the regular stuff. So no stipulations can still be chairs. No stipulations can still mean, trash cans and
True.
and whatever.
ECW
But those
style.
trash cans will be used for flips, and those chairs will be used for dives.
All right. So what's your next match?
My next match will be. This is the fourth match of the card, or the third match of the card, and it will be, in theory, for a non-existent television title.
God damn it.
It will be
Stop
Rhino
saying-
versus Rob Van Dam.
Ooh, no main event for your first draft pick.
No main event for my first draft pick, but ECW's not about that.
It's about the card, it's true. And sometimes RVD with that TV title, if that's what he actually had, is the main event. So
That's true. All right. So there you go.
And how many? Just go look back and how many times RVD was not the main event on these cards.
That's true.
It was most of the time, and even when he was arguably the biggest guy in ECW, he was still pulling in the middle.
yeah, he wasn't the main event, but he was the main draw, like no doubt.
Yep. 100%.
So Mr. Pay-Per-View, Mr. Monday Night, Rob Van Dam versus Rhino. This would be, as it was many times, just a knockdown, drag-out brawl with athleticism, with strength from Rhino that just gets the crowd going.
So who gets the win, though? Oh, I got
The
you on
win.
that one. Yep. I got you on that one.
I know who's going to get the win, and it's been a long time coming, but finally, 17 years later, Rob Van Dam will come up on top of Rhino.
All right. Rob Van Dam.
I like it.
Cool.
For those who don't know, Rhino got the final say on that feud back in the day due to Rob Van Dam's injury.
All right. That means we're going back over to Anarchy Rules. What is your next match on Anarchy Rules?
See, now mine, it kind of is in the style of how the one match will flow to the next one. They're two separate ones, don't worry, but the events will chain through to the main event. So the second last match is Jerry Lynn versus Sabu. Straight up match. Nothing crazy.
ECW match. Gotcha. We know what that means.
But it goes to a time limit draw.
Oh, throwing in the draw. Okay.
And the fans want more, so they get more.
Really?
And then because there's a potential contendership on the line, they get attacked.
They get a what?
They get attacked.
They get attacked.
Yes. So that match, call a draw,
Okay.
and then we go to the next match.
All right. We go to the
Because
main
they're
event.
attacked. They're attacked by Mike Awesome, who's tired of their shit.
Okay.
The main event is Mike Awesome kicking these guys out of the ring, saying he doesn't want any part of this. Taz, who comes out, not wanting any part of his shit, and they have their match. And yes, I'm putting Chris Benoit in the main event. Because this era of Benoit, I think, works with this match to stand up and work to help fight off what was happening. And because it's ECW, Sabu and Jerry Lynn get involved as well,
Yep.
naturally.
So
It's an elimination match.
it's a
they work
it's a
their way-
5-way? Right? 5-way?
No. They'll get. Though there's a rule for later because we didn't talk about that. Could you book someone twice?
Sure. This is your show, man. You can do whatever you want.
I was not thinking to do that, so I'm not going to actually take that and use it. But I like it. It basically is one, but it isn't. It's a triple threat, but the other two are still involved. They lead to Awesome being eliminated. They clear him out. He's brawling with Lynn and Sabu out to the back, which leads to Taz tapping Benoit.
So Taz ends up walking away with the win.
Yes.
All right. Okay, that was a pretty decent main event. That
But
means
that's elimination rule on that if you want to put stipulation.
elimination. Yeah, elimination.
Yeah.
Got it. Cool.
And that's I'm glad I got to do mine in that order, but I kind of wish it was like, all right, so what's your second to last match? This, the main event, to be continued.
Cool.
Come
No, that
back
was
like
good.
with raps,
That
but I
was
like
good.
the flow, the ECW flow.
right.
I didn't
Very
have
nice,
the lights
very
go out for
nice.
anybody, so I hope you do in yours, rap. Have the lights go out, someone show up, because it's ECW, right?
Well, you're the one who has Sabu,
That's true. You can't.
and you're the one who
can't
has
hijack 'em.
Taz. So
That's true. So when during that match when Sabu and Lynn are out, the lights go out and they come back in. There you go. They're like, they're already here. Why are they doing it? Who knows? Whatever.
All right.
And then Sabu invades your show. I don't know.
So here we go. Heat Wave. What are you gonna have to top that? What do you got, Rab?
So here we go. It's the booked main event.
Yep.
Crazy.
The Dudley Boyz versus the tag team champions in this theoretical.
You and your fucking tag team. Your titles, I mean.
Raven and Tommy Dreamer, who were former tag team champions, but now they got to work together. But oh wait, no, this is the booked main event. But what happens when Tommy Dreamer's coming out? Shane Douglas attacks him from behind. And now it's Shane Douglas and the Dudley Boyz beating down Raven and Tommy Dreamer. And what happens?
I know what happened.
Metallica starts playing.
Yes, it does.
Exit light, enter night. Here comes the Sandman. Now, the next 10 minutes of this is just people brawling in the ring while the Sandman is in the crowd drinking beer and holding a Singapore cane. Eventually, he does make it to the ring, and it's Raven, Tommy Dreamer, and the Sandman versus the Dudley Boyz and Shane Douglas. Having just one of those classic ECW matches where they just knock the shit out of each other. Just fuck it. Just knock the shit out of each other. Singapore canes and barbed wire and trash cans and chairs and what's that? It's a toaster that one of the fans brought with him. That's going across someone's head. And this is the main event.
I
very fitting one.
like it. I like it. You're painting a pretty picture, but
And the final? How does it end?
Yeah.
How does it end, you ask?
who gets the win?
With the win, it's got to be Tommy Dreamer getting the win over Shane Douglas.
Now, does that count for his team?
That counts for his team.
So Raven, Dreamer, and Sandman are going to get the win.
Are going to get the win.
Okay.
Dreamer getting the win. Shane Douglas eating the pin. And then there's just more brawling and beer drinking. And it just really ends. The pay-per-view fades to black with Sandman just drinking beer with the fans.
That's a pretty
I
picture.
was
I got a little tear in
expecting
my
a 3D. I thought there was going to be a 3D in there.
There was at one point, but that wasn't how the match ended.
I like it.
I got a little tear in my eye. I got a
All right. So
We both
I-
have that ECW feel all the way through. I think it's pretty
Oh,
great.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
Except
think
for
you
that
guys-
opening match. I don't know what happened there.
I think you guys
Well,
captured
that's
it. Wow.
ECW feel too.
Well, guys, there we go. Everybody listening, watching right now, if you're listening and you're not on YouTube, like if you're not sitting there and able to type in, go on to the comments right now. I need you guys to vote on this match. Who booked the better show? Was it Heat Wave with the 4 matches, or was it Anarchy Rules with the Taz, Mike Awesome, Chris Benoit main event, and Jerry Lynn and Sabu added in the mix? Guys, I need you to go in and vote who's going to get the win. Is it going to be Scott with Anarchy Rules? Is it going to be Rab with Heat Wave? Guys, you have any final words before we just leave it up to the fans in the votes?
I really like his card.
That's
I like
the
mine,
worst thing you could
and I like
probably
his.
say.
No, it's fine. I like mine better, but his is good. Like this turned out fun. I now know why you went with no 5th match.
Yeah, he had to have everybody in there. And by the way, Rab was
Yeah.
arguing with me the whole time that there was not enough picks.
There were not enough picks.
That-
If you're going to have 5 matches in ECW, you're going to need like 20 people.
That is true. And you know what? Hey, that's the beauty of this
Hell,
show.
I mean,
'cause-
the fact that there's not 2 more tag teams in that tag team match is,
yeah.
It's real tough.
But for real, no, that is the beauty of the show, because we can come back, we can add new rules, we can add different rosters, we can do all kinds of stuff. I hope you guys really enjoy this show, because we can do all kinds of things with this show, and we plan on it. But hey, this is only episode 2. We're only getting started.
But to close on my comments,
Yes.
I would love to see both of these cards.
It does look, yeah,
I mean,
it's fun
I think
stuff.
all ECW fans would love to see both of these cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we both went with the idea of go with what you know, but also mix it up.
Yep.
Like throw in a Bigelow into a thing or something, or like change up some stuff so it's expected, and yet, what would happen? Or pay off stuff like Rhino and Van Dam, or I think Lynn and Sabu's good, Taz and Awesome. Playing with the expectations is always fun.
Yep. So, guys, there you have it. The vote is now in your hands. Go in the comment section. Pick who you want. You can leave a detailed description if you want, or if you want, just say, hey, Rab or Scott or Anarchy Rules or Heatwave. Whatever you want to do, go vote. We'll see you guys in the next video. We'll announce the winner then, and the winner will be defending their... they're not a champion, but whatever. They're just defending their win.
I am.
If you want,
I'm a champion.
if you want to
Come
call
on.
yourself a champion, you can. Either
Damn
way.
right. I'm the show-off champion. That's a pretty good title.
Either way, the show-off champ. Okay, anyway, there you go. Have at it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys on episode 3 coming up eventually. All right, bye, guys.
Chris Chetty.